to walk between my truck and Bill's truck and realizes there's two of us standing in the way. So she goes to go around my truck, and she goes around the driver's side, and she gets back to right by my back window, and then she turns around and comes back through. Clear path. Completely clear path on the left side of my truck. Decides she's going to come back around and come through us and weasel through. So we just let her through. I didn't think anything of it, you know. And then she goes into the store, and we're still bullshitting. And she comes back out and does the same thing. She goes to walk past the driver's side of my truck and stops and comes, and clear path once again. Stops and then comes back around and decides to weasel through us. So we move out of the way. We're like, sorry. She goes, oh, it's okay. I just didn't want to walk past that garbage. It's like, you have got to be fucking kidding me.
Is it that big of a deal?
I know. I don't get it. Like,
if it bothers you that much that you need to reroute your entrance into Turkey Hill, you've got a fucking problem.
Did you kick her in the fucking Achilles tendon with the razor blade that was glued to the tip of your fucking boot?
No.
Because I would have.
Are they saying the phones are not working again?
That's
really?
what it's looking like.
Phone blowing up. Answered a question. No one is answering. What the fuck? Over? Okay, voicemail.
Brian's
this is
in there.
Weird. What is
Brian
going on?
Pickard is here. Hello,
Yes,
Brian.
he is.
Blue line Brian.
There it
There
is.
we go. What happened?
There we
go.
go.
I lost it.
There it was.
Damn it.
Oh, there it was.
I hate when this happens.
Screw you, Google.
God.
I mean, Google.
Damn, well, the phone lines are open and refreshificated. Jesus Christ. We got to figure out a new phone line. Huh?
That was a perfect segue for you, and you missed it.
I missed it.
I said, thanks a lot, Google.
Well,
Oh, damn. It's not
you know what?
July.
I think the best way to go.
Caller,
I think
you're
we're
on
gonna
DGen
switch
X.
over
You actually
to,
made it through.
Okay.
Caller. Caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, this is Michelle. I know what song it is.
What song is it?
It's When Doves Cry by Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was easy. I got it.
Didn't she already win one?
All right, that was easy. That was not Canada.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry.
No, that was this Michelle.
Okay.
First time listener.
Gotcha.
All right, so, all right, Michelle, you have to get in touch with us after the show so that we can get you your info or just meet up with you somewhere so you can get your beanie.
On that note,
Just-
let the
just-
muff
just
diving
message-
begin.
Just message Lose the Radio page.
Do you guys want an explanation?
Yes, yes, we do want an explanation, Michelle.
I couldn't help myself. I just had to reinforce the alert. Just saying.
Well, it's 24 hours after a woman has her monthly.
All right. You got something I can puke in real quick?
Hang on a second, let her talk.
Yes.
Go ahead, Michelle.
I don't want to because I'm going to really embarrass my husband.
Oh,
He ran out
now
of the room, so I'm gonna break ends of words. So
you're worried about embarrassing him.
I believe she's talking about the red wingification.
She's talking about painting the front
Yes.
porch red,
Yeah.
surfing the Crimson
you know.
Tide. Aunt Flo's in town.
Painting the red tank.
She's riding a
Fuck.
cotton pony.
well, yes. Now it's all kosher. That's all I can say. From today
L'chaim.
on, it's all good.
Okay,
Speaking of kosher,
right.
So,
There's another
so
one
she's
for
no
ya.
longer spotting.
Please
There's-
do. I'm all tattooed. Big deal.
All right, we're gonna let you go, Michelle.
Okay, thank
Bye.
you so very much. Bye.
Big Daddy Arnone, the coast is clear for diving. Okay, we're back. God damn.
you even got the dive alarm. That's impressive.
That's awesome. All right, so Michelle wins our first beanie. And we'll have to come up with another song at some point. We'll check it out. So, getting back into, I can't get past the mindset of, I get everybody has political stances, and I don't want to get into your political stance. I really don't give a flying fuck. But to actually reroute your footsteps
To go into a
you're
store.
literally taking a sticker that's sitting on my window and you're giving it so much power that you're changing your path of travel because you don't want to go past that garbage. Like, what is it going to give you, the fucking HIV or something like that? Like, I don't get that. That's fucking crazy. That's Trigger Town all the way, dude.
It's called mental problems.
It's fucking redonkulous. Like, I see people with bumper stickers of things that I don't care about or support all the time. And I don't go out of my way to get away from that bumper sticker because it's going to give me scabies or something like that. Like, I don't get that shit.
Wait,
like,
don't you already have that?
a little. On the flip side, though, yeah, dude, I got this rash that comes back, and it qualifies me for Social Security, man.
You know what?
I'm going to play video games all day, man.
I walked outside the other morning to have a cigarette, and I looked up, and there were 2 jet contrails crossing each other. And that was the first thing I thought of. I was like, that voice was the first thing that popped in my head. Dude, man, the contrails, man, they're trying to control us, dude.
That's how they control you, man.
That was the first thing that went through my head.
That fucking idiot.
I was this close to going back inside and getting my phone and doing like a little video.
Dude,
but I didn't want to waste my cigarette because that's just,
There's that. All right, so let's get into the local stuff here.
Sure.
You were actually at the meeting?
No, I wasn't there.
You
I
were
passed
not? Okay.
by.
Here is the
municipal
time
building.
for all of you local Milfordites and Matamorisites and Pike Countyites to hit share, because we're going to get into some of the local shit that's been going on here. Big town meeting last night.
Tonight.
Last night, I thought it was.
No, it's tonight.
Is it tonight?
Yeah, it's tonight.
Ah, okay. I thought it was last
And we're
night.
not broadcasting from the site? What the fuck?
Ah, there's that. I got a
Jesus
feeling we probably wouldn't be allowed in.
Yeah, they did. They would have got rid of us in about 30 seconds. As soon as we would have broadcast, they'd be like, yep, get out.
Yeah, there's that. There's that. So there's a big meeting going on. For local people here, if you can get through on the phone line, we definitely want to hear your opinion on this. But
And I didn't read a boatload on it. I read a little bit.
Mhm.
But all I know is that freaking building was packed to the brim. People were parked on the side of the streets, both sides.
Mhm.
The parking, it was most cars I've ever seen in that parking lot.
right
It was crazy.
now, there's a big thing going on because you got the 3-lane right there, right?
Right. Well,
And that-
that's 2-lane right there.
Well, it's
But
it's two and a suicide
Right.
where the
that's
property
true.
is.
That's true.
Yeah, it's the property right there on the 3-lane in town, and there's a big giant farm there with lots of acreage. What
Yeah.
exactly is going on with that? The meeting was to change zoning ordinances, right?
That was my understanding. Some kind of zoning ordinances for apartments or something like that.
Right.
If somebody has any more information than I do, like I said, I didn't read a ton of it, but feel free to call in.
Awesome
and-
show prep. Just saying, awesome
Dude,
fucking show
watch
prep.
us. You just shut the fuck up and sit back there and fucking producificate. All
Hey,
right.
Some of us worked all day,
With
damn it.
your little green bean coffee grinder thing. That I bet you there's no coffee in there.
Some of us worked all day. I
Hey,
didn't have time
bud,
to
what's
sit and
your
There's
read.
some green in it, but it ain't green beans.
Mr.
So
Green
if you are
Bean.
local and you have a good take on what's going on, we definitely would like to hear from you. 859-667-4245.
But the way I took it was, if they let them build these apartments, it's going to turn into another KJ.
Right, and that's kind of already been going on with the
Mount Haven,
Mount Haven,
right down the street.
Yeah, and they've run into roadblock after roadblock with that.
Right.
They don't have a CO for Mount Haven or anything like that. And by they, I mean the L'chaim, the Hasidic community is who bought Mount Haven and have been trying to turn that into their own little Hebrew paradise, I guess. But it's like it's supposed to be like a closed place, like, you know, if you don't have the curly cues, you're not getting in the door type of a thing.
That's my understanding, but I'm not 100% sure that's what the meeting was about.
That's what I've heard that it's about. It's about to change the zoning. Whoever's got info, I mean, they're already going back and forth in the room. Scott, Christine, you guys have info on this that we don't have. And so we want you to call in so that you can do our show for us because our prep skills suck tonight.
Robert there too. If you scroll up there,
Yep.
Robert's in the room.
859-667-4245.
He seems to be in the know as far as what I've seen, but again, I really don't know.
Yeah.
And
I
if
mean,
it's to let the Hasids come in, don't do it. Don't
you know
do
what?
it. Look
It's-
at Kyrus Joel and go to Monticello and go anywhere up in Sullivan County.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because like
crazy.
there are so many people who are saying exactly what you said just now in the threads, and there are so many other people going, "That's so racist," and how can you be that way, and blah blah blah.
It has
Okay.
nothing to do with race.
First off,
They're fucking white anyway.
a couple of points. Jew is not a race; it's a religion.
It's
first
true.
off, so shut the fuck up with the racist word. Second off, it's not like you're saying, "Oh, we hate them," blah blah blah. You're saying these are the facts. This is what happens when
Yeah.
they go to a community, and I've seen it too. I've
Yeah.
watched. I've been over in KJ. I know how it works. They actually do come in and they just start buying up,
Yep.
and then they populate to enough of a point where they actually can start getting enough voters where they pick somebody who gets into offices throughout the town, and then they just perpetuate their will that way.
And
You
they-
have communities.
and they basically make up their own shit. They do what they want.
It
doesn't matter
They
what
make
the
their
law
own
says.
schools. They make their own schools. They do that. They'll get married, but they won't get married like marriage license. So
Right.
when they're married inside their religion, but they're not married according to the state, now these women can be classified as single low-income women and qualify for welfare. That's one of the other things that I was seeing all over the
Yep.
place.
Well, a good thing is something like the fire department.
Mhm.
They can form their own fire department, and they don't have to conform to regulations. They can have their beards. Technically, you're not supposed to have a beard
Right.
because it
Because you can't make a
interferes
proper
with the seal.
Right.
But they can do it.
Well, if they want to walk around fighting fires with kindling on their face, more power to them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But the fact is that you don't have to follow rules because of some. I'm not going to say bullshit because it, really. Well, okay, sometimes it is, but
It really has become a game of like, the Brits had this thing, with the Scots back in the day, and their whole thing was if we can't fight them out, we'll breed them out.
right.
You know what I mean? And this is really the same thing. It just becomes a war of what's the fucking word? Oh, God damn it!
First day with your new brain.
It's first day with the new brain. I hope this motherfucker has a refund. But it's a battle of attrition, basically. So, and it becomes that we just get more reinforcements, and then we get enough to where we can vote people into office. And if you don't
Right.
believe that that's how that works, look at places like KJ
Yeah.
over in New York State. Look at places like Dearborn, Michigan, where it's a completely Muslim population now. Like everything. Like, they have a call to prayer over loudspeakers in
Yeah.
town now in Dearborn, Michigan.
You know what? Over the summertime, we'll take a ride on two wheels up into Sullivan County, up into Monticello and everywhere. My
Right.
God, you can't do anything up there.
And if you are a non-person of that society and you go through that town, fucking God help you. You know what I mean? But again, it's everybody's commenting in the room. I would love to hear some calls so we can actually get take on what's going on, because there are different opinions and sides of it going back and forth. But we can move on if nobody's going to call in and give us a little bit of info on what's going on there.
Way to go.
Yeah, watch me go. Watch
I
me.
wasn't
I don't even know
talking
which
about
one.
you. I was talking about them.
Oh, yeah. Thanks a lot.
Way
So-
to go.
Yes, and speaking of all of that, your phone is definitely listening, and you're not paranoid, Chrome.
I know. I know, because let us pick the most random object, and we could talk about it right now, and I guarantee you when I get home, it's going to show up in my Facebook feed, it's going to show up in my YouTube feed, advertisements for it. I guarantee it.
All right, so let's come up with some things for
Dinosaur
advertising.
egg.
What's that?
Dinosaur egg. Right now. Let's buy
Dinosaur
some
egg?
dinosaur eggs.
Dinosaur-
I'm very interested. I will give my very fucking 401k right now to buy some dinosaur eggs.
Dinosaur eggs. And your 401k?
Yes.
Well,
Wow.
Now let's
So now
see
we're
if
gonna
we get dinosaur eggs popped up in our fucking Hotmail.
It's
or
going to
whatever.
happen later. Watch.
Now we're going to start getting advertisements
It's
that
gonna
say,
happen.
buy
Okay,
dinosaur
okay.
eggs with your 401k.
Okay, so okay, so dinosaur eggs is a little bit of a stretch. So we just bought an air fryer. Okay,